Hey, 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 good people. I'm Jessica Nicole McLaurin.
And I'm Michael McLaurin.
And welcome to Free Friday. That's FFRE for Faith, Finance, and Real Estate. So last week we were talking about homeownership heartburns.
Yep.
And a lot of what we were hearing, a lot of the feedback, including our own, was about the unexpected repairs of a home.
Yep.
And so we wanted to follow that conversation up with just a conversation about home warranties. How many of you have ever heard of or even considered a home warranty? It is often mentioned or brought up during a real estate transaction when a buyer is about to purchase a home. But that does not have to be the only time a home warranty is mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, let me say that it is optional.
Yeah.
You know, if you're buying a home or have an existing home with a mortgage, home insurance is required with that mortgage, right? A home warranty is not required, whether you're about to purchase a home or if you are in an existing home and have been living in your home for some time.
Mm-hmm.
A home warranty is optional, and we've heard both sides of the good, the bad of paying for a home warranty.
Yep.
And, you can pay for it monthly or annually, but we've just heard the good and bad, both sides of it. But just know that is something to consider when it comes to covering those repairs. Now, and jump in whenever, but
I'm going to let you do the talking.
But just know, when it comes to home insurance, right? That covers those unexpected catastrophic events that damages the structure of your home, a tree falling on your roof or hail damage, Home warranties, that covers the wear and tear of like systems in your home, kitchen appliances,
washer and dryer.
Yeah, washer and dryer.
Faucets, things like that.
Plumbing, electrical, even HVAC. It covers the normal wear and tear of those appliances and home systems. So, in the case of it needing a repair or replacement. Now, I love for Mike in particular to share his experience of a home warranty before we moved in together in this home.
I wasn't planning on doing no talking. I'm being held against my will, so
because he's about to go, but
I was out the door, and she said, "Hey," she got something she wanted to tell the people. So I think a home warranty. Well, let's back up. So. And I want this to be geared toward, even if you're considering purchasing a home, because I know we have a diverse audience. So some people own their home, some people are renting, some people desire home ownership. So these are some things that you should consider when you're thinking about purchasing a home, or even if you already have purchased your home and you don't have a home warranty. Now, I wanted to touch on the home insurance thing and why, because a lot of people may not understand, and maybe you do, but home insurance serves as the benefit for the mortgager to be able to recoup their money in the event something happens to their property.
You better spit that knowledge.
So that's the reason why a loan company, your mortgager, requires you to have loan insurance. It's something to make sure that if something was to happen to their property, they're going to be the first lien holder on their property. So the insurance going to pay them first, then you second. Unless you get like a roof or something replaced, then all right, replace your roof and you be done. Pay your deductible and keep on going. And that's another thing about home insurance. Especially when you're shopping for it, look at the deductible that you may have to pay. Because that has to be taken in consideration, because that might be an out-of-pocket expense that you may have to pay before your claim is approved. So take that into consideration. Now, this home warranty thing. Now, it can be good. I've heard a lot of success stories. I don't have very many. When I owned my home, I had a home warranty company, and I let it go. I'll be honest. I let it go because I called them a few times and paid my little deductible because
the service fee.
The service
Not
fee.
deductible.
I paid my little service fee for the person to come out because the service fee does not include them fixing it. That's just for them to come out and look. So if they come out and look and don't fix, you just paid them X amount of dollars of how much the service fee is, which is fine, but it's also annoying. So every time I called the home warranty company out for an issue, they didn't fix anything. They took my little, I think then it was $65, $75.
It's definitely not that now.
And on about their business, I still was dealing with the issue. But I've heard people who had issues with their washer and dryer get a brand new washer and dryer. I heard people with problems with the refrigerator. Was waiting for a part for the refrigerator from the home warranty company. And it got to a point to where the issue was lingering on so long that they got a new refrigerator. I heard somebody got a new water faucet. So depending on the issue, depending on what the problem is in your home, home warranty could be good. I think it could be good for some minor. I don't know if they will replace your entire HVAC system, but I know they may potentially repair it. They could replace the whole HVAC system. I don't know. But I would most definitely say if you're going to get a home warranty, look at the fine details on what they cover and what they don't cover and what they cover up to.
Compare the companies, compare the plans.
Yeah. Because each one covers different things.
Speaking of, some may cover appliances with pre-existing issues, while others may not. So, or have limitations on the coverage of those items that have pre-existing issues. And, you may ask, well, how is it determined that it's pre-existing? Well, when you submit a claim, and that technician or contractor comes out, which is not of your choice most of the time.
It's not of your choice.
It's usually within that company's network of contractors. They'll send someone out and they will do the evaluation, just to assess the situation to see if it was pre-existing. Was this caused due to an issue prior to coverage? Or after, and depending on the outcome, it may be a limit to coverage if there's any coverage at all. So we're not swaying you from home warranty, from considering a home warranty, but do your research, check it out, because it may be something worth getting. Again, compare, Google home warranty companies. I'm not gonna suggest any, just do your research. Again, compare the companies, look at the reviews, compare plans, and based on your budget, based on how much the service fee is every time the technician comes out. Back to what Mike was saying, I've heard how I've heard a story of, they may constantly be called out for the same issue, and eventually, when repairing it just doesn't work out, they eventually replaced it.
That can be months.
I was about to say it depends on, what eventually is, and does that time frame, would that time frame work for you? I think everyone has to experience it for themselves. Truly, I'm aware of it because I am a realtor. Mike is aware of it as a homeowner who's experienced a home warranty. I didn't grow up with, the knowledge of home warranties. You got your handyman, your local handyman, or this or that, but just know, and even in our home, I got my local handyman. But
I try.
But the point of a home warranty, though, is to cover your budget, And
that's even insurance, though.
Home insurance,
Especially if you're getting a mortgage. You need to shop around because you got to take into consideration, especially to qualify the financing for closing, the numbers have to work. So if you are trying to get a house and your insurance premium is too high, that could be something that will kill your deal. And you had to go back to the table and find new insurance premiums, or find you another house that will work within the budget of what your insurance that you can afford. The more house, more insurance, because you got to think the mortgage payment is broken down to like your escrow payment, which includes your homeowner's insurance, your taxes, but then you also have your interest as part of your mortgage, and then you have the principal. Like all that has to be factored in to the payment. So when you're looking for different providers for insurance, especially if you're in the home, looking for a home in the home buying process, take that into consideration as you're looking for your home, that you may have to have a different insurance provider than what you initially thought, that will give you the premium that you need to secure the financing for your loan. And correct me if I'm wrong with that, because you in those spots.
I mean, yeah, no.
But and usually once you're in, you can shop around. Once you are in your home, you shop around before, but you really shop around afterwards.
You mean for home insurance?
For home insurance.
Well, that actually does have to be determined prior to closing on your home.
No, I'm talking about after you've closed and you're in your home. If you want to find another insurance provider, if the one that you're in, you're not obligated to one particular provider. You're just obligated to have insurance.
Now, and I'll just say this, I know prior to closing you gotta have it. I don't know the process when it comes to.
No, you gotta maintain it.
I mean, no, well, I definitely know you gotta maintain it. Yeah. But as far as like, just the details of how quickly, and I'm talking about as far as it correlating with your lender, how quickly you can get out of, or what the steps would be, since it's your lender, since it would be part of your mortgage. Just making sure. Yeah, that information is up to date with your lender and this and that. But
stay in communication. But either way it go, if you decide to switch insurance companies, I think they may send something to your lender themselves as the insurance company, because where I work, we get those all the time, of like the different insurances that come in. So that may be something that happens anyway, that you tell them you're getting it for this property, and then you tell them who your lender is, and they'll send your policy to that lender. I don't know, but I'm just saying, feel free to shop around after you've lived in your home and you're enjoying it, and then like we said in the last video, you're having a couple of heartburns, and you're like, one of your heartburns is, my mortgage payment is way too high. Feel free to shop around for a different insurance that may have a cheaper premium that can potentially lower your mortgage. You can't do anything about the taxes. You can't do anything about the interest. You can't do anything about the principal besides make additional principal payments to pay it off quicker so you can pay less interest.
Even when it comes to the interest, though. And I know we are muddying up this conversation. This was about home warranties, but we're going to
get back to it.
When it comes to the interest, after a certain point, you can refinance. So, yeah, even there you can have a hand in the interest rate. Yeah. But home warranties.
But the biggest thing is do your research, do your homework. Home warranty could be beneficial. Make sure you do your due diligence to ensure that it works for you.
Yeah.
I heard both sides of the story where it works and it doesn't work. I think that's dependent upon the company or the individual. For me, I was turned off because, I don't like wasting money. So I'm calling you out, and every time I call you out, you don't fix anything, then I could just call somebody else out and pay them and they'll fix it. Maybe a little bit more, but I can guarantee that it'll get fixed. So that's just me. But
yeah. So So yeah, definitely consider it. And again, this is about those unexpected repairs, the headache, the
Yes.
heartburn of the unexpected repairs around the house.
Yeah.
Again, it's about the kitchen appliances, laundry appliances, plumbing, electrical, even HVAC, and even some home warranties cover even leaks in the roof, leaks in the roof. So it is something to consider, something to research, whether you're about to get a home or you've been in one for some time. Just consider it. So
absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming on with me, because it was like pulling teeth. No.
Absolutely. I mean, marriage, man, you get held against your will.
Anyway.
You get forced to do stuff that you just don't want to do sometimes. Gosh.
Anyway, y'all have a wonderful weekend.
Peace.
And as always, keep pushing forward.